Media.
Welcome back to another episode of Talking Through the Media. This is another episode of movie news, but we're not going to be talking all about movies this time around, but this is a place, 5 fans, 4 fans. I am your host, Chris Fagan, and joining me for the first time in history on Zoom, through YouTube, paid for by the following, no one, is... She's like, when are you going to get to it? Noelle Hensler, how you doing? No one could hear you for that whole thing. I just realized that's fine. It's
we
fine.
Tested audio and everything right before.
We were just testing audio. Trust me, guys, it was a funny conversation. Everything that you just missed.
It was about mail order brides and the lead time being amazing.
I didn't think you were gonna refresh it, but there you go.
I have to. It was gold.
It was gold. It was the setup was there, but I'm pretty sure people were gonna be like, Chris, we can't hear whoever it is the hell you're talking about there. I'm sorry. I humble myself before you and I beg your forgiveness. But guys, we're gonna do what we normally do on the show. I try to talk real quick about some things that's going on in the world of entertainment news, and just we talk about them here. Then we're gonna get all into everything that is Noelle Hensler, the fact that she's an actress, cosplayer, and what I've heard for the first time, scare actor. I just thought that those people on those Halloween like events and those shows that I go to, I just thought those were like scary people,
actual monsters.
And actual monsters trying to hurt me. But I remember
only with words.
Oh, I remember going to one of those when I was a kid, and I held my little brother in front of me like a brave man. and held him because I'm a wuss. I'm sorry.
Well, funny enough, that's how my career started. Was my older brother holding me in front of monsters at haunts and haunted mazes and stuff.
And you were like, I can make this into a career. I can spin this.
It's like, this is weirdly comfortable now. This is the path I've chosen.
Yeah.
Thank you, older brother.
Well, I decided to try to keep this on the theme of like horror and things like that. So I picked a couple topics that were like horror based, and we're being said hello to Maroon Wolf. Hey,
Maroon Wolf, hi.
Hey, Maroon Wolf. So
they're one of my regulars in my streams.
Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. This is welcome to Talking Through the Medias with your new host. Right. Hi. Here, Noelle Hensler. There you go.
Hello.
Taking over the show. But I have 3 topics I wanted to talk to you real quick about. I know that it's you said it's not normally what you do on your show, which is being awesome. You have to. I appreciate you. Taking the time to grace us with your awesomeness, because I could really use the clicks.
You're making me blush, which is great because I forgot to apply that to my makeup. So
right. I know what I'm doing. But real quick is a segment that I have on the show, and I talk about what's going on in the world of entertainment news, like I said before. So real quick, there was certain things that just hit the news. Like, for example, I don't know if you've seen the original. Have you ever seen the La Llorona movie?
No, I haven't, but I want to. La Llorona has always been one of those characters I've been fascinated about, but never had the trigger to go down that rabbit hole of research and learn about not only the movies that's based off of the legend, but the legend itself. Right. I know I believe it was Halloween Horror Nights used to have a La Llorona character for a little bit. And I talked to one of the actors for that, and she was telling me how interesting it was to play that kind of character, because La Llorona, from my understanding, and forgive me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I haven't done the research yet, but La Llorona, she's a very motherly character, but evil.
Right.
So it's that juxtaposition is very interesting.
and I saw the movie. And from what I remember, a woman, and she, I think she killed her children, and the curse came from it. And anytime you hear her crying, you're next or something like that. She comes in and she comes and take you. It's supposed to be a like one of those those legends where you like the Grudge or the Curse or something like that. And I think it was made from the same people who did. Was it Blumhouse? I think that was one of theirs, but. they're going to make well, I don't know if it's from the same universe or not, but from Deadline, it's Terrence Howard and Cuba Gooding Jr. are going to lead in a horror pick called Skeletons in the Closet. And what I read was that it's about La Llorona, and I couldn't believe it. This film is about the spirit of La Llorona and Terrence Howard. I don't see this. I don't know. Does this sound? You said La Llorona would sound interesting to you, and you want to see that, yeah. But
it's kind of like Monkey's Paw in a way. It's like, well, not really, because with Monkey's Paw, you're granted a wish, but in a way
that is always a twisted.
Intended.
Yeah, it's a twisted wish.
Yeah, a twisted wish. This one, it's the wording for me. It confuses me because they say losing her beloved husband. It makes me feel like, oh, did he die? But then they reference him again later in that same paragraph. So it's like, did he not die? And is she evil, or losing him because he's turning evil? I don't understand the plot. But to go back to your question of the cast, I think it's a great cast, but I think they definitely cast for the names rather than for the roles.
I'm just trying to figure out where this is going to be set, what it's about. I mean, I hear, is it going to be set in America? Is it going to be set in another country? Because from what I remember, I think La Llorona was set in, I don't know, I can't remember if it was Mexico or if it was one of the other countries like Cuba or something like that. I just can't remember.
I know it's Spanish speaking.
So, yeah,
but I want to say Mexico, but I could be wrong because, like I said, I haven't done the research on.
And I haven't seen the movie in a long time, right? And I haven't seen it in such a long time. But I guess, let's see here. Losing her beloved husband, La Llorona. The father, Howard. Okay, so spirals down the path of self-destruction after borrowing hard money from a ruthless mobster to pay the hospital bills for his daughter. Lance Kawas is directing from a script by Koji Stevens. Sakai, if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry. The original story comes from Al Bravo. Producer Al Bravo. I'm sorry, I was about to read the same thing over again. Production company Al Bravo Films is in post-production on action movie. I'm going to say this wrong. Mojave Diamond, starring Quentin Jackson. Mojave. I knew I was going to say it wrong. Mojave Diamond, starring Quentin Jackson, Donald Sutherland, and Shael Sonnen. But there's no synopsis. There's nothing telling me really exactly what this is going to be about. Let us know what you guys think about that. There's not enough information for us to go on that one, but we'll move on to the next thing. You were telling me that you are not caught up with the next topic, which is Stranger Things. Have you ever seen the show?
Yes, I've seen through season 2. I haven't seen season 3.
But you're just not caught up to season 3.
Caught up. I like the show, and I loved the maze at Halloween Horror Nights, but I talked to so many people who worked that maze in my streams. We could talk about that later though. But yeah, I love the series. I love the acting. I love the story. I love the plot, all that stuff. But I'm just not caught up.
Not caught up.
No spoilers.
Okay, I won't tell you exactly what season 3 like. For example, at the very end, it ends. So, like my friend used to do that all the time. At the very end, the credits roll. No, I'm sorry.
I said no spoilers.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, you knew what this was, but
did
I? But and then they're gonna cut it. And then now they're doing what they always do nowadays when a show is about to end. They drag it along for a couple. Like they split the season in half, which is fine because
that's confusing.
I mean, why couldn't they just say season 4 and season 5? But they're gonna call it season 4A, season 4B. I don't know if
and we flip the tape and
I
don't understand
wow,
that because I understand them doing a really long season. That's fine.
Right.
I understand if they need to pause in the middle because they need to catch up since there's so many episodes and there's so much content. Fine, you could do that. But why not just split it up into different seasons? You don't need to do like half of season 4 now, half of season 4 later, and then season 5, the final season.
They're calling it Stranger Things 4 Volume 1 and Volume 2. So it's going to premiere May the 27th for Volume 1 will premiere May 27th with Volume 2. The following will be in July.
So they take a month off. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. And
that's interesting, but I don't understand why they would do that. Why not wait until you have all the content and then release it all in the same season? Or maybe it's some sort of marketing ploy, sales point of leave them wanting more.
You know what?
Are they gonna leave it on a really tough cliffhanger as if it's the end of a season?
Oh, it's Stranger Things. Of course they're gonna they're probably gonna do that at the very end of the last episode anyway, because there's also talks that there's probably going to be spin-offs with I don't know if with same characters or at least in the same universe. There's going to be more. So even when this is over from the showrunners, they're saying that there's more from this universe to come. Maybe Barb might
She comes back.
I wish.
Oh my gosh.
Can we?
I want to see a spin-off from a random person that lives kind of in that area, facing all these supernatural things like the Demigorgons coming and like destroying their car and them going, what?
Yeah, I want to see a neighbor that has to deal with the insurance and all that stuff after things like that go wrong. Nothing action-y, nothing horrific. Just the fact that the monster comes in, trashes something, and he's just in the office having to explain to the insurance company like what happened and not having his claim denied. I like the gritty details, the human.
Yeah, everyone sees them as either the hero or the villain in a story, but I see myself as that random person that has all these like big things happening to them, but they're just trying to live life, like how do they go about that? I want to see that.
I want that. Exactly. It's like, why does anybody still live in Gotham City? What the hell? It's gonna happen.
Move. There's a big guy dressed as a bat.
Exactly. Punching people.
And there's a lot of villains that he has to vigilantly face.
but these people they never learn. But yeah, I'm curious on why they. I've been hearing that Netflix is going to be experimenting with the whole. Instead of they've gotten us used to binge watching the whole series up front, which was great if you just want to get it done and binge it at your own time and knock it out. But when you binge a whole series that fast and after it's done, people are talking about it for like a week, 2 weeks maybe, and that's it. You're done. But if it's a week to week weekly episodic show, the conversation keeps building and building. Oh my God, what's going to happen next week? So I've been hearing that Netflix is going to be experimenting more with making some of these new series that they're working on a weekly thing instead of just dropping the whole thing. So maybe this is the beginning of that.
Your theory is this is the start of them putting into practice a way to slow down the bingers,
right?
In order to keep them talking about a certain show. Gotcha. That makes sense.
With Disney Plus, the second you saw Grogu for the first time, little baby Yoda, you really, oh my God, who is that little guy?
Everybody. My mom even likes Baby Yoda, and I know that's not that good. Exactly. She loves Baby Yoda. She got my cat a Baby Yoda doll. I'm like, why?
Because they kept building, it kept you wanting more.
You didn't even see the series. She's just caught up in the hype. The hype.
That's just good marketing. Damn, good job.
Great marketing.
Good
Absolutely.
Good job, Disney Plus. Outstanding. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about the Stranger Things season 4. Don't spoil it because somebody here hasn't finished it. No, I mean, who the hell? Hey, I didn't say any names. It's right there in this panel, right there. That lady right there. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do what my
I live under a rock.
I'm gonna do what my grandmother would do in that situation. Just look at you and like, that's a damn shame. So
it is though. It is. I feel it in my soul. Fun fact: I grew up under a rock.
Oh.
It was a weird mix of my mom testing my love of horror by I'm showing my age here, going to Blockbuster every week and getting a new horror movie for me to watch and then see how well I take it. One of them being The Exorcist and being like the only movie to scare me so far. But I've seen it like 5 times, so it's great. Versus me asking, hey, can I see Jaws? Because it's a classic and I had never seen it up to that point. And she goes, you've never seen Jaws? It's a classic. And I'm like, yeah. Wait, so can I watch it? And she goes, no, it's too scary for me. It's too scary for you. I'm like,
You said this was your mom who did your mom gave you the you didn't see. Wow, your own mom gave you that.
My own mom gave me the you didn't see that. It's a classic. I'm like, I know, that's why I want to see this. So
and then
I understand the references.
So first she was like, I can't believe you haven't seen it, and which she should have known because she was your mom, and then she denied you. Wow.
Sweeney Todd too. I was over 17 and I had already seen the musical. And when the movie came out with Johnny Depp, and I love Johnny Depp, and Tim Burton, I don't think, did Tim Burton direct that? I don't remember.
So I think so. I think so.
Yeah. So Johnny Depp, and she knew I was a big fan of Johnny Depp. She knew I'd already seen the musical, and she goes, "No, it's too gory."
Yeah, no, it's.
I'm like, Mom, I've seen the musical. I know what it is. I like horror.
It's Edward Scissorhands 2, basically. Come on,
and
let's go.
I had seen Edward Scissorhands. That was one of the movies she showed me to test me.
Right.
So make it make sense. I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. Just love her to death. But that is exactly why I haven't seen a lot of movies when I should have. Mixed with I can't sit down and watch a movie by myself because otherwise I'll do something else and miss something.
Oh, your
laundry.
The attention
span. You need to sit down with someone.
And they have to you're gonna miss the best part. I'm that guy. Look at the screen. You're gonna miss the best part. It's coming up. Stop it.
I'd like to say I'm not frustrating to watch movies with, because when I am with someone, I am paying attention to what I'm watching. But every so often, my gaze is averted, and they go, "Come on, watch it."
Squirrel.
Okay.
No, it's not that bad, is it? I hope.
It's not that bad. At least not in my head. Maybe it is. Let's ask my boyfriend when he gets home. Right.
That bad. Like you like, yeah, oh yeah, the squirrel, yeah, yes.
I do get distracted. but to my credit, I sat through all 4 hours of the second of the Lord of the Rings trilogy extended cut on Valentine's Day.
Without a bathroom break?
I think I took one bathroom break.
You almost had me with. You almost had my my gratitude and my.
But I stay hydrated. Why am I being punished?
No, I mean that's great. I mean, look, sometimes you win, and sometimes you really lose. Sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie. But if you can't go all Lord of the Rings without a bathroom break after a big gulp, I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work. So. I need to train. Your Jedi training has to continue on, but
exactly.
Let us know what you guys think about what was it we were talking about. We were talking about Stranger Things.
We were talking about Stranger Things, and then I switched the topic over to something else because I didn't want to get spoiled with Stranger Things.
Oh, good tactic. Oh, you Jedi mind tricked me. And just let us know what you guys think about that. But last but not least, before we get into the actual point of while we're here today, I wanted to talk about the Texas. Are you familiar with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I am from Texas, by the way. This is a story that we read to our children every day.
It's like one of those German folk tales of the guy coming to chop off your thumbs if you suck on them or something. Right. It's like makes you behave better.
Never heard that one.
I studied German. I'm very familiar. There's one where like a girl gets set on fire because she wasn't allowed to dance in her house, but she did anyway and knocked over a candle and burned to death. So, Germans. Anyway, don't know if you know this about me yet, Chris. I lived under a rock.
Oh yeah, you might have mentioned that. I mean, that sounds it's pretty heavy.
It may have come up in conversation recently.
Pretty heavy.
I haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I know it's a classic, and it's on my list. I want to watch it, but I do have thoughts about this article.
I mean,
it's not an article; it's just photos. But I'm interested to see what Netflix does with the movie because they have a bad rep with me so far with taking something and remaking it onto Netflix.
Well, you might you might be in for not a shock at all because the reviews have been coming in and they have not been good at all for this. I mean, see how much they screwed the pooch on it. February the 18th just dropped today on the day of my son's birth. He just turned 11 today. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, CJ. He gets
a bad movie.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, that remains to be seen.
That's what happens when you bring home a C on your report card. You get to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, Chris, what are you watching? Children's programming. But let's go into what we are really here for, and that is to learn a lot about a little and a little about a lot about this young lady right here, who and by the way, you didn't date. You didn't by mentioning Blockbuster. You didn't date yourself. I worked at Blockbuster. That's nice. That's dating myself right there. Nice. I am so old and past my prime. All right, but that's enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think about me? No, I'm joking. What is this whole thing about scare acting that I'm hearing so much about? I hear it's the bee's knees.
Is it the bee's knees? I can make a character that's the bee's knees. Well, you seemed confused when we were setting up as to what scare acting even is. Right? So maybe I could go into that because it's very common. It's a very common question I get. They go, what is a scare actor? What is scare acting? Don't know what that is. So a scare actor, in very basic terms, is an actor who is hired to scare people professionally. And that is what I do. I scare people professionally. For example, if you go through a haunt and you have people jumping out and scaring you, that's a scare actor. So that's what I do.
Just basic haunted house professional. So so you're not a ghost. You're not, not like a monster just or anything like that. You're just a person who was hired to scare the living bejesus out of me.
Yes, I would like to make that explicitly clear, Chris. I am not a real monster. I am paid to dress up like a monster. I am a human being, and if anyone hits me, that's assault.
I will turn into a monster in court when I sue your ass for assault. Yes, I get that. That's a good one. I can see that. The only time she turns into a monster is in court.
If I'm hungry. That's how I got typecast as a wolf once. I went into the audition real hangry, and they were like, wolf, werewolf, that one.
like this is Noelle. Where's the beef? Like, perfect.
I need food.
That you're out of you. I was promised dip.
Don't even mention chips and dip. Man, now I want that now.
Is that your Achilles heel?
It absolutely is. That and pizza. And my boyfriend's bringing home pizza, so maybe I'll just do a pizza chips and dip combo, even though I've been working out real good.
I was literally just dipping it out a minute ago downstairs right before the show. I was like, okay, it's 8:45. I got time for some dip. My wife made like this crazy good dip. I usually don't go for the green dip, but it was good. I don't like green.
Was it green onion?
Joy? Is that?
I love that name.
Is it green onion? The dip.
It's a cilantro cream dip.
It's a cilantro cream dip.
Ooh.
That's right. We're fancy. Yeah, that's right. Oh. Spent an extra $5 on that cilantro there. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to break up the interview that was supposed to be focused on you to talk about that
scared.
Dip.
I could tell. That's why we need to segue to dip real
quick.
Oh
no, I can be brave. Let's besides and I saw that you also so wait, when did you get into scare acting? Like what was that whole thing about?
Well, way back when, 2015. Just how many years ago is that now? Oh God. So funny story. I was dating a guy once, way back when, and he did scare acting. And one of the things we had in common was horror. I was very interested in horror. I was an actor. He was also an actor. And so he mentioned that he was a scare actor to try and puff up his feathers a little bit. He's like, oh yeah, I dress up as a monster and I like flip over cars and stuff. It's no big deal. I'm like, can I do that? What? Yeah, can I do that too?
Was that the attempt to like flirt or something like that? Was that the move?
He was just an egomaniac, I think. He was just like, I'm special. I'm like, great. Can I do that too though? So you're less special?
Right.
Also, I think I'd really like it. And he was like, yeah, I'll reach out and see if they need extra people. And I'm making him sound like a horrible person. He's not a horrible person. We're no longer together, so I'm gonna get those jabs in. So haha. Right. But he reached out to the person who made the haunt. Like he knew the people because he worked with them already the year prior.
Right.
And he said, do you need more actors? And they go, always. Because usually in that small a haunt,
Mhm.
they'll get a lot of volunteers, which is great, but they're not necessarily actors. So when they heard that I was an actor, they hired me on the spot. And I did a photo shoot for them to help do their promotional work and everything.
Mhm.
And that's how I got started, just working in that environment, which was different. It was really exciting. And I've been doing it ever since.
So it's like, wow, like reading the resume. Wow, she's an actor. Do you know what a tight five is? You're like, yes. Okay, you're hired. How was it? Was that?
That's
was
not
that?
even needed. They don't know that term, probably. They don't know that.
Literally learned that term on this show thanks to Amy Newman, my co-host on the channel. She
I love Amy. Yeah.
she goes, Chris, you're gonna learn what a tight five is because I'm always dragging the show like way too long and stuff. So it's I had to learn what a tight five is. I have yet to, as you can tell, I have yet to abide by that rule, but.
Because 5 minutes later, we're still talking about what type 5 is.
Yeah. Very good zinger. Damn, that was a good one. Got me real good on that one. Charge and die. I gotta know what is so you charge it and what? How?
Okay, there is a story behind the name, and
Okay.
I will explain that. Okay, so
Okay.
the story is, and I'll try and keep this short because type 5.
Right.
So when I was really young, when I was about 5 years old, my older brother got me into video games.
Mhm.
He didn't have a lot of people to play with because we were traveling all the time. We didn't have time to make friends necessarily. So I was his best friend. He wouldn't say that, but I'll say that.
Right.
And so I was his video game buddy, and I think it was Diablo came out, and he needed someone to play with him. He's the magic user. He's the from a distance fighter.
From a distance.
I'm the barbarian. I just run in and try and hit things because that's fun to me.
Yeah.
So we would get like swarmed with skeletons or some sort of enemy. And he would go, wait, I'm going to go in from a distance, whittle down the enemies a bit more, then we'll go in and fight. I'm like, that's a great strategy. We'll do that.
Right.
And I get bored, and then I charge in, and then I die and send us back.
So you would always do the Leroy Jenkins run in and
I was Leroy Jenkins before Leroy Jenkins was a thing. I was doing this before YouTube was a thing. That's just my personality. And it's prevalent in my real life too, not just video games. A good example of that is I went rock climbing with this guy once.
Mhm.
He was freaking monkey man going up that wall. And this is not one of those rock climbing places you go to with the rocks set in place,
Right.
with the tether and everything. This was just like a rock formation that we wanted to climb.
Okay.
So he climbs all the way to the top. I get about halfway. I go, nope, my footing's off. So I start going down real slow, taking it slow, being careful.
Mhm.
I look down. I go, yeah, that's a good enough distance. I could jump from here. I jump and I twist my ankle on a hidden root from a tree, and that hurt real bad.
Gotta look.
So that's charge and die. And I implement die in my name for a reason, because I can be really bad at video games sometimes too. So if I go in and I die,
Charge and die. Wow. Have you ever played Call of Duty? Because you sound like me and my friends on every round. That's exactly what that is. So what games are you playing on? Because you have your own Twitch channel, correct?
I do. I am on Twitch. To answer your previous question, yes, I have played Call of Duty Warfare specifically.
Ooh.
But
wait, so I'm sorry if I made that sound like, but you're a girl. I'm sorry if I did that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No.
Have you ever heard of this thing called Call of Duty?
You never know what people's knowledge is. Like, we just talked about how I live under a rock. So that was a very valid question, all things considered. So on Twitch, I play a lot of different games. It's whatever I feel like, but most consistently Saturdays are my horror game nights where I'm a scare actor who plays horror. So I do scare actor gets scared.
I can't
Saturday
do it. I can't do it. I just can't. Not anymore. I can't do it. You're braver than me. So
no, I am terrified, and that's the point, because I want people to see, like,
the
I'm
jump
a scare
scares.
actor. I get scared a lot. but it's fun and it's entertainment. So I push through that,
Oh.
and hopefully it's entertaining. I don't know what people think. So we've been playing a lot of Phasmophobia.
Oops. Sorry about that. I was looking for Charge and Die, and it just blew our ears up. I apologize.
It's okay.
So is it on Twitch, Charge and Die?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm looking. Is it the underscores?
Yes.
Am I missing
should
there?
be. If not, I don't remember.
Oh,
Charge and Die.
is the profile picture of like
Yeah.
that? Yeah, it is. Yeah, and all right, cool. Yeah, I'm about to subscribe. That's what I'm about to follow. So everybody out there, follow Charge and Die, and then watch your Charge and Die.
Yeah, I do that a lot. So Phasmophobia, the most recent stream I did was ghost hunting, and for our Valentine's Day, I tried to make a ghost fall in love with me. And we'll do like quirky things like that. I'll play my friends. My boyfriend is in VR sometimes with Phasmophobia, and then I have a few other friends I play with. And then Sundays I do Skyrim Sunday, and I say that, but I cancel the last few because I've been busy. But typically Sundays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time, I'll do Skyrim Sunday. It's my first playthrough of Skyrim. And I do this thing where I'm horrible with making decisions, and to make sure that I'm not held accountable for any of my choices, I have my D&D dice make all the choices for me.
What? You leave like crucial. Like this is a horror video game we're playing, right? Still.
No, Skyrim is fantasy.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons esque, but not really.
Okay. I've never played it. Okay. I mean, I'm a geek, so nerd. It's like the Capulets and the Montagues, geeks and nerds. Like we don't really get along.
Geeks, nerds, dorks, like they're all different breeds. Yeah, I'm full on nerd though. Yeah,
that's awesome. I need to game more, and I just can't do. I don't know why. I used to be more brave when it comes to the horror video games, but I don't know. I just maybe that's why I should do it, because like the people love to watch people play these horror games and the jump scares. I know that's half of that's like 90% of it, but I don't have
it's because they can't play it themselves, so they want to see others do it, and like they want to know what the game's like, but they are too scared to play it themselves, or they don't have the game or the money or anything. So watch me play it and get scared. I played Emily Wants to Play. I played Pacify, Devour. I get so scared playing these games, but I hope it's at least entertaining as I scream my head off. Something I found out is when I'm scared, I'll try and not act scared by chucking things across the room in the game. I don't know why I do that.
You
but
can't
I'll
get me, monster.
That's a noise. That's a noise that happened. What's this book? And chuck it across the room. I don't know why I do that.
Do you make the noise when you throw it?
I make my own sound effects sometimes. Yes, I'm proud of that.
I gotta just yep, just hit the follow button and hitting that notification bell. There we go, right there. Make sure that.
And also, I should say this disclaimer. I don't do this like fully professionally by any means, so my schedule is bound to change every once in a while depending on if I have plans or work or anything like that getting in the way. And self-care is a huge part of my channel. I even have it as a command that you could put. I have a little werewolf buddy named Bean in my streams, and if you do that self-care command, Bean eats something, and I remind everyone to drink water and get sleep. So part of that is practicing self-care in my own life. Sometimes I just need a day off, and I don't get my weekends usually from working. So watch for updates on Instagram and Discord. That's my disclaimer.
That's good. I mean, your channel already sounds more mature than mine. On my channel, I just have like this sound effect.
Spicy Bat Daddy.
That's
I like that. I have little memes that like little gifs that I have pop up every once in a while that fits a certain situation. Like if I die in a really horrible way, I have fatality.
Oh.
And then for Phasmophobia, I have a little ghost that shoots up hearts or something. You know?
Let me see if I can pull it up right here. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Yeah,
that's me.
Follow Charge and Die, and I'm gonna watch a couple of after this. I'm gonna watch a couple of the videos and
there's awkward silences sometimes, especially with Phasmophobia. Part of it is the ghost can hear you in the mic, So when it's on
Oh,
a hunt, I have to go silent, otherwise they're
me
gonna
see-
kill me anyway.
let me
But
see if I can.
why give them something?
One of them looked very like it's. I can't see the. I know it's blocking right here. You look very very serious right there in that thumbnail. Like you look
Oh,
like
I'm concentrating big time, trying not to get devoured in Devour. That's a scary game. So,
I'll take your word. I will watch you play it and maybe I'll buy it. Like not a chance in hell I'm gonna buy it. Not a
You'll
chance
get a
in
good
hell.
vibe of it at least.
Yeah,
Just
no. But besides it says okay. So scare actor, gamer, cosplayer. What's your favorite cosplay right now?
my favorite cosplay right now. God, that's a great question.
Oh, thank you. I was bound to have one.
Yeah, we have so many. My personal favorite at this time is my OC Arkham, who is a representation of all my inner demons and things I don't like about myself, trying to flip it into a more positive.
Oh,
And I made a few TikToks doing like a test of that cosplay before. I haven't been able to get back into that cosplay because I moved so many times, and she's back in storage. So, but she's my personal favorite right now. I know a lot of other favorites that my followers have is my Charlie from Has Been a Hotel. I've gotten quite a few followers using her because we have very similar personalities, and she's a pretty easy cosplay to get into. So
awesome.
I like her too.
I'm always pointing out I do something on the channel called the cosplayer of the day or cosplayer of the week. So I'm always I just love cosplay, and I want to go to conventions. I've never even been to a comic book convention. I'm so sheltered. I need to go. I get out more. I love reading about these things. I never have time to go to them though. Comic book conventions, cosplay the conventions. When I dress up like Ruby Rob, it's just for me. So
Which is good. I used to perform at anime conventions, and they're like masquerade party, whatever. And I think I won Best of Show once with my crew back in like late high school days. And then on my own / with my brother performed with me. I sewed both our costumes. It was Tira from Soul Calibur and Raphael, and they were dueling, and I got a judge's award for that. So that was really fun. But that was probably the last time I've been to a convention. I haven't been in a long time.
I mean Raphael as in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fame? Raphael?
No, he's a fencing vampire in Soul Calibur.
Oh, I totally screwed that one up. I'm sorry. If it's not turtles, it's not treasure for me. I'm sorry. I love the turtles. That's something.
I understand.
I mean, so
Totally.
not a turtle. Got it.
No, but we can do turtles for future conventions if you want.
Only if I can be April O'Neil.
Sure.
There we go. Well, there you
I'll
go.
be Raphael, and I'll merge the two, and I'll have like a saber or something.
There you go. Outstanding.
With vampire teeth.
And I can't, yeah. Oh yeah, the amalgam of yeah. Oh, you just can't stop scare acting. You see, try to pull
I
you
can't
back.
turn it off.
Can't.
I'm sorry. I'm so scary just right now. If you're scared,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not.
I mean, okay.
I'm sorry.
Obviously. So, well, I know I kept you longer than I said I would. I told my wife that I was going to be just a 30-minute chat, but I always run long, so I know I'm in trouble because I was supposed to go bowling today, but we'll figure it
that
out.
sounds fun though.
We're gonna try
Chatted
to.
with little old me.
No,
Why?
because that's what we were scheduled to do. So
That's true.
it should still be open.
It took a long time, but we got there eventually.
There's a lot of late bowling alleys open out here, so it's Texas. If you're not bowling, you're not trying out here. So if you want to follow Noelle online, where can people find you online if they want to come out and check out all your stuff?
I am most active on Instagram and TikTok. I post to Twitter sometimes. Feel free to follow me. It's a lot of sarcasm. I also have a fan page on Facebook and a Patreon if you want to subscribe. Twitch, obviously, we talked about that too. But if you search Charge and Die, I'm on most things as that username. So my main following's on TikTok, and I promise I'll post more to that soon.
And that is outstanding. Once you learn what the name means, it makes so much damn sense. It's now
my personality.
I'm gonna have to slowly try to steal it. Sorry.
What?
I can't help it. You're great.
Everyone thinks it's such a badass name, but then they learn the origin of it.
No,
It's like, oh, it's got to do with scare acting, right?
Right, and they're like, and it's like,
I'm just impatient.
like, want. Nope, not what you thought it was going to be, huh? No.
Sorry.
Oh well, but that's it. Well, I appreciate you joining me on the other show, and I had a great time. I want to thank you. Give a round of applause. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's for her. Oh, I thought it was.
It's for me. It's always for me. I'm the actor.
I thought. Oh, wow.
Even if it's not for me, I pretend it is.
Wow. Once on my own damn show. Wow. Let's just cut that sound off now.
Okay, fair enough. I understand.
I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me. I'm glad that we were able to finally link up and talk.
Same.
And do this because we've been trying to get this going for a minute. So thanks for joining me. It was Prime
Haunt season time. I'm sorry we couldn't do it sooner.
Oh no, I get it. I appreciate it, and I hope one day we can have you back again because this was fun. I told you, we got to get you and Amy on at the same time. We're over here, and I'm sure that's going to be like the biggest roast of me ever because I can already tell.
I am down. Let me know.
So
I'm free.
I will. Let's try to make that happen. I appreciate you for joining me today. And guys, again, if you want to check out more from Noelle, you can go follow her. Charge or Die.
Oh yeah, I'm also on YouTube. I forgot to say that. It's
been
a minute since I posted to that, but
is it the same? Is it Charge or Die? It's Charge.
It's Charge and Die. I believe I changed it to Charge and Die more recently. But if you're interested in scare acting and learning more about it, I do have tips and tricks on my YouTube channel, along with interviews I've done with other scare actors who share their stories and tips and tricks. So it's a good place to get started. And I fully intend to post more because I've been getting a lot of questions, and I do intend to actually answer them, but I've been busy. So follow on YouTube for whenever I will upload those again.
Like, can a werewolf that gets bitten by a vampire turn into what happens in that? Exactly. Can you?
I feel like it neutralizes and they turn into just an awkward human.
Good answer. Good answer. See, you learn something new every day, guys. It's appreciate it once again. Thanks a lot for coming to the show and gracing us with your presence. It always classes up the joint every time. There's less of this and and more of that, right?
Practice self-care. Be nice to yourself.
And as I always tell people, remember to follow us on social media. Take care of your mental and physical health at all time. And until next time, guys, have a good one.
Bye.
Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. Turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal.